Thank you so much, Suzanne.
You're welcome.
Now listen carefully, because we've got Natalie McLean, the author of Unquenchable, A Tipsy Quest for the World's Best Bargain Wines. She joins us now in our CJ80 studios. It's nice to have you.
Well, thanks for inviting me, Andrew.
Now, tell me about your love of wine. When did this start? How did it start?
Well, I say I started drinking when I met my husband and haven't had a reason to stop since. But now it's research and tax deductible. But no, I loved wine. I didn't get into it until I was in my late 20s. So I came from a good Scottish family on the East Coast, beer and whiskey on the table, not wine. So I came to it later in life, like a lot of people do, I think. And then I was just fascinated by it. It really held, a fascination for me.
So, can you get a really good wine for not so much money?
Yeah, you can. When I was asked in the past, can you get a good wine for under $20? My answer was usually, not unless all you want is a wet tongue. But these days, wine prices have come down. The quality has gone up. Winemakers know what they're doing. Technology has improved. There's so much new competition from different wine regions that you can get a great bottle in that $10 to $15 range that will taste like 25 or 30.
Okay, now here's the important part. Can you give us some names, some examples of great wine in that range?
Absolutely. If we start with Argentina.
Are you writing this down? Get out a crayon and a cocktail napkin, Andrea. Write this down.
Here's your shopping list for the weekend. Argentina. They have low-cost wines because it's always sunny there, so low cost of production. And if you go with Malbec.
Malbec?
Yes, Malbec is the grape.
Is it?
Okay, yeah. And lots of wineries make it. A good one is Catina. They're in the SAQ stores. So you'll get a good, fleshy, robust red Malbec from Argentina for $12 to $15.
A fleshy Malbec.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Okay.
Getting racy, I know.
What does that mean exactly when you say a fleshy Malbec?
It's very ripe. So it doesn't taste austere like maybe a Bordeaux would.
You're making this up. It doesn't taste austere like a...
austere.
like Fred Astaire.
Right, exactly. Moving right along.
Natalie McLean is the author of Unquenchable, A Tipsy Quest for the World's Best Bargain Wine. So we've got the Argentinian Malbec.
Yeah, we could go
else?
over to South Africa and or Australia and get a Shiraz. They're very popular wines,
Right.
very low priced.
Okay, the Shiraz.
Yeah. And then we could try Riesling from Germany. The reason why German wines are so cheap, inexpensive, is that they're still trying to recover from that dreary reputation they had a few decades ago.
A Riesling's like a sweeter wine, isn't it?
It can be, but now they make them also bone dry. So
Bone dry.
Bone dry, yeah.
More austere.
Yeah, not fleshy. Oh, dear. Okay.
What else?
Let's see. Where else can we go? We can go to Provence. Beautiful, dry rosé.
Yeah, now why is it when you go to Provence you get a bottle of wine for like $4, and by the time it gets here it's considerably more?
Because they got to fly it over, I guess. I don't know.
Do they fly it first class?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, so what am I looking for from
Provence? They specialize in dry rosé. Again, here's another wine.
Yeah, they have these wonderful rosés.
They
sure,
do,
yeah,
and they're
yeah.
not the pink syrup we knew from the 70s. So they are also fighting a reputation, and that's what keeps their prices low.
Okay, so I look for a rosé from Provence. Does it matter what you have any brand names? Or?
They don't get fussy about branding and all that sort of thing over there. And I would go with just about any rosé. I didn't run into any bad ones over there while I was there, and it goes so well with the cuisine, and it's just a lovely experience.
Okay, what else do you like?
Well, let's see. There's port from Portugal. Now, that is a fortified dessert wine, but it's an incredible bargain. Some of the world's best wines come from Portugal, and you're just, if you compare those again to some of the other benchmark wines, you're not paying a lot for the quality.
Okay, now let's say that I want to, it's a special occasion and I want to impress somebody.
Sure.
But so I'd like to spend between $30 and, say, $50.
Right.
What would be a good purchase in that range?
Oh, well, then my personal biases come into play, but I love Pinot Noir.
Yeah.
And you can get Pinot Noir not just from Burgundy. That is the benchmark. But you're going to start at the high end of that range you just mentioned.
Okay.
But if you get them from Niagara or other regions like New Zealand or a cool area of California, you're going to be in the lower end of that range you just mentioned. Yeah.
Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir.
Okay,
Silky.
is it going to be silky?
Silky, liquid
Saucy?
silk.
Saucy?
Can be saucy, bit of a slap on the palate.
Really?
Yeah.
Saucy? Little naughty?
Yeah, exactly.
Really?
Just what you want in a wine. Why not?
How much time do you spend making up these words? Austere, silky.
I don't know. It just comes to me. I'm a wine savant when it comes to adjectives. Oh, dear.
Natalie McLean, the name of the book is Unquenchable, A Tipsy Quest for the World's Best Bargain Wines. For a talk and a drink with Natalie, this should be fun. Appetite for Books, 388 Victoria, today at 5 p.m. and Saturday at 3 p.m. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Andrew. Cheers.
7:46.